Hi everyone, episode 14. We discuss all the small town myths, legends and scandals from up and down the country. We debate the best cuisine from around the world. And you'd be amazed at how many men think they can win a fight with a grizzly bear.
Choose the fact.
Boys.
Welcome.
Oh, episode 14.
Big one for
Thierry Henry.
T2.
Favourite player?
What favourite player? But he won the stick and book.
Boom, he says. Yeah.
I do love Thierry Henry.
I only know him now because I watch all that stupid with him and Mika Richards.
Kara Abdo and... Have you seen...
Kate Abdo, is that what
Kate
her name is?
Abdo,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
not Kara. That's...
By the way,
Peng.
She speaks like 5 languages as well. So
stop it. I don't need to hear any more about
if you didn't know what we're talking about, it's it's CBS, so it's an American station's
Yeah, they do the Champions League games.
Champions League. But what they do is not to isolate non-football viewers, but it's the most fun broadcast of any sports program. It's the same pundits that we get in England, but the shackles are off, aren't they?
The shackles are off.
And she does a brilliant job of
Taming the 3
because that must be hard.
testosterone-driven lads. One of them is literally trying to chirp her the whole time.
The Thierry and Kate love story though, and I think she just got engaged.
She just got engaged, yeah.
Yep.
See, I am, and by the way, I'm a non-football fan, and I really love watching that show.
Yeah, well, it's not about football, is it?
It's not really.
Yeah. And they're all getting the piss taken out of each other.
Yeah, exactly. And Mika Richards laugh. Have you seen the one guy online who does the impression of Big Meat? I'll show you after. It's perfect. It's perfect.
That's perfect. It's bad.
Anyway, so I was back home over Christmas and drinking in, the old haunts, and we got talking about some like hyper local, small town myths, legends.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's got their own little small town legend, little local legends.
And often it doesn't need to be grounded in truth.
Very often, yeah.
And the best ones aren't actually.
No, they're not. And I think that's what I love about them. It's like sometimes it really is like so daft and probably not true. We got one where it's a guy who tagged his dog and broke his dog's legs and had to get it put down. But then someone saw him walking his dog afterwards.
Dog was absolutely fine.
Someone's just made that up.
Unless it was another dog.
Unless it was another dog.
Very
but
good.
you're just thinking... We had another one of like...
crazy.
Yeah.
Very glad that's in the first 2 minutes of the pod.
Yeah, very true. But these don't get any better, boys.
We've got some more. Let's go.
But I was wondering if you had any that off the top of the dome that you can think
I
of.
actually just thought of one. There was a... And I was part of this. This is true.
Of course it was.
Happened
You're the small town.
But
It's Disco D.
It's the urban legend.
at school, we'd be playing in Aston in Birmingham.
What were you playing? The game where you throw your phone and try and land on a roof?
No phones in school at that age. No, we was playing football in the school playground, right? And any time a ball went over, there was always this local tramp. I mean, we don't know
You
if
call
he
him a
was
tramp because
apparently he was a tramp.
Yeah.
And he was like a really old Sikh guy, like dressed in like the full robe, whatever he wore.
If you're about to say this is weird because I think I might have heard this.
No, Twopenny.
No.
His name was Twopenny, right?
Twopenny.
And so basically, if your ball went over the fence, he had a walking stick, and if you went out to go and get it, he'd get the ball, and he'd whack you with the stick. He'd try and hit you with the stick, or he'd like poke the stick through the bars and stuff like that, try and hit you. But if you threw like 2p at him, he'd give you your ball back. So we called him Twopenny to get the ball back.
Twopenny's a great name for kids to come up with, isn't it?
But he'd go outside and he'd grab his like crotch at you and everything. He was like and spit at you. He was like a proper like dirty old bloke, mate. Yeah, Twopenny.
I wonder if Twopenny's still alive.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
He's just been crushed by the weight of loads of pennies that have been thrown at him over the years. He's just a flat man.
You can hear him coming.
A neighbour has a smell.
Jingling his way down.
Jangling.
You know, like when there's a dead body in an apartment and it's always a neighbour reported a weird smell. Police at the door and it's just pennies just flying out.
Yeah, he never spent any of it. That's all. That's why he was still poor.
Spend a penny. Do you have any ones from your area?
Do you know what's so funny? I have almost an identical story. We had a famous tramp on the estate that I grew up on, an old chap called Rex.
3 penny.
3 penny. But he had a flute.
London's a bit more expensive,
A
you
little
see.
bit, yeah. Inflation
Southern
cost.
prices, yeah.
He had a flute and he used to be out there playing it on the street sometimes. It's really fucking, it's all sketchy. But he was from the estate, so like, I guess because of the area I'm from so small, any of the urban legends that we had, you kind of figured them out anyway because you went to the place or you met the person and sort of see him. But he was out once. I remember he was out there with drunk as he always was with a bow and arrow. And he was just letting kids shoot these arrows all over the shop, and I was like, "Someone's gonna get." I obviously had to go, and that, but someone's gonna get. Someone's
After
gonna
I
get real
got
hurt.
bored of it, I thought, this is wrong.
But yeah, Rex wasn't what a guy. He was around for a long time.
Killed a guy with a trident.
But don't you love it though when you see people on hard times, but they've got a talent?
Something about because he was good at the old flute.
Yeah,
by the
yeah. I
way.
bet he probably did it every day. Harmonica.
Yeah.
That's not an easy instrument to try and play.
You shouldn't bother anyway.
No, you shouldn't.
Awful instrument.
But I found a couple of stories from across here.
Oh, damn,
okay, so so this is written by a guy who says, originally I'm from a small town in the northeast of England. We had a bloke known only as Pedo Keith, creepy old, probably in his early 60s, with stuck out frizzy hair like a weird Einstein. He was allegedly a legit sex offender out on some community observation order. He used to walk around town smoking an old pipe and eating raw bacon out of his pocket.
Pocket bacon. Oh, that's foul.
Even anything out your pocket's bad enough, isn't it?
One time we were at school and one of my mates told him to get his out in the middle of town. Keith obliged and my mate promptly kicks him the and runs off. British life for you.
Who's the real sex offender? Your mate that told him to get his out. Whack.
You're dirty, you are. Pedo.
That is
like
bullying.
That is
Teenage logic.
That's
that.
growing up in Britain in the 90s. That's
Yeah.
what that is, for sure, that story.
We have a scallion Leeds city centre everyone calls the Vampire. As his opening line when he tries to beg for a fag or some cash is, no need to be afraid. I don't bite.
Oh, that's fucking spooky, by the way. Good impression. As if I know him. Yeah, good impression.
This one I just liked just because of the name. But so our local pizza place sold weed. You could order the Bob Marley special and you get a 20-inch margarita and a 20-pound bag of smoke.
Oh, that's class.
Fair play.
I'll have one,
Diversifying.
I'll have one Bob Marley special, please.
Yeah,
Wink. You're like 15.
That makes me think of the shouldn't do, but the McDonald's secret menu that everyone always got told about.
Yeah.
You can go and order this, that, and the other from the secret
Yeah,
menu. No, you couldn't.
Yeah.
No, you fucking absolutely
What
couldn't.
was, that's really rung a bell that I've not thought about for
Yeah, I
ages.
know.
Thinking about that made me think of it. But yeah, I used to go in there because I definitely tried it before. In fact, my other mate Sam, the Italian one,
Yeah.
he walked in there cocky as anything, like asking for this thing. They were like, we don't obviously do that. That's not on the. It's not on the menu.
Well, I remember
Get out of it.
when Pret was like first coming to London, probably like a decade ago now. There was a load of when we used to do events and stuff. You'd always, you're out in the cold, you go into Pret, and warm your hands up on a tea or something, and if you were really nice to the person serving you, they'd give you a free drink. And I always heard it happen to people, but I think it was a ploy for just to be nice to Pret
Enough
staff.
of everyone being horrible to
So,
it.
but I suppose
I've had free stuff quite a few times.
have you?
Brett, yeah.
Okay, so
I'm fucking really nice.
in what world are you really? You're nice to everyone that doesn't mean anything to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy working at Pret,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
nice
You're
as fuck
getting
to
all
him.
your joy.
Yeah.
You're skipping in, throwing daisies out as you go along.
Throwing daisies.
Good morrow. What an image of you!
That's
that is.
actually
That's a great
ridiculous.
image.
The flowy skirt.
The last one here. There was a guy in our village called Gimpy Gary. Full black PVC suit, would jump out at people at night, peer through windows.
Oh my
you know,
God.
gimp things. They arrested someone, but it turned out it was the wrong gimp and they let him go.
It was the wrong game.
Gimpy Sam. Sorry, that's use your name.
The real one's still out there somewhere. So Gimpy Gary's just getting
Close your curtains tonight. You might see Gimpy Gary in the window.
Why would the wrong gimp get let go? He was still out being a gimp.
Well,
in the
no,
street.
just because you found a gimp suit in his house doesn't mean he was out on the street, I guess.
Oh, so this is the rest of the guy found a gimp suit in his house,
Yeah.
and he was
I
him.
thought
Going door
they
to
caught
door.
him gimping.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a punishable crime, regardless of if you're Gary or
You
not.
went out gimping again. Stop gimping, Gary. Christ, that's ridiculous.
Sounds like the new Conservative manifesto. Stop the boats and we must stop gimping. They're so small town though, aren't they?
All these
Gimpy,
northern towns have all got these
But like the
stories.
idea that like it's always a local. I mean, often I've read a lot of those stories. So many of them were under either real bad mental health conditions or paedophilia. So the amount of PE teachers.
Oh, I can imagine.
Now, I'm not saying if you are a PE teacher that you are a nonce, but but statistically speaking, you are probably more likely to be one than, say, a podcaster. Oh, for argument's sake, you know.
You might just not know it yet.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on yourself.
Check
Getting caught's the crime, right?
Getting caught's the crime. That's so sick.
That's dark.
That's incredibly dark.
You're supposed to be the sunshine boy.
You know what?
over
In
there.
fact, my PE teacher once said to my mate at school,
Nice carbs.
I can't remember. Yeah. It was like, you're only sorry you got caught, that was it. Because the guy got caught having his jewellery on or something for PE, and they were like, no, we want you to take it off or something. And he's like, I'm sorry, sir. And he's like, you're not sorry, you're only sorry you got caught. So,
Which is true.
Did you ever get this one, by the way? Sorry if this is a bit of a detraction, but we had the urban legend at school. We always got told this because we had like chain link fences that sort of cordoned off like the playground area, and you were always told not to climb them because one kid once upon a time climbed it and then he got told off for something, so he jumped down and his finger was still up on the fence.
Yeah, that's...
A complete farcical story.
Probably.
But all of us like, oh shit.
I'd love
never
to
wanna
go
do
back
that.
and try and remember them all because there's so many like
got-
that.
if you're
Yeah.
a teacher, if you don't want kids to do something, scare the shit out of
Yeah.
them and they won't do it.
Well, we had one teacher, obviously not going to name people on here, and we once saw like a red like thong above like when he bent over, and he was a real knob as well. Real knob. He once put me up against the wall like that by the neck,
Jeez.
and I'd actually done nothing wrong. There was like a ruckus in the corridor, and I was wrong place, wrong time. I was in about year 7. Held me by the neck.
One of
our teachers said that.
I mean,
as well,
I was
Shit,
no, I was.
brick shit out.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
So
I carried the benches.
he was wearing thongs under his
to school
Wow.
as a teacher. We had another one, PE teacher as well. I remember in year
spice
7
up
we
his
went
day.
to Germany on a PE trip, and weirdly I had to give him flowers from another teacher. Looking back, it's really odd. It was his birthday, and the teacher's like, "Oh, would you take this up to this guy's room?" And looking back, it's probably something going on.
Very
there.
iffy.
Yeah, and he
So
was.
why were you in Germany for a PE trip?
No, he weren't. He was just one of the guys that was coming over to be a chaperone, basically.
No, I mean, why the hell did your school take you to Germany for a PE trip?
No, it was a school trip. He was a PE teacher.
Sorry, I got that
Yeah.
completely.
It was just a school.
It's like, what is going on? What type of
It was
PE
a-
they got you doing?
It was
out
a
there?
language trip.
Gotcha,
None of us spoke
gotcha,
German.
gotcha.
But he was lying on the bed, like with one knee up, like that. And for audio listeners, I've got one leg flat and one knee up.
And he's
on
spilling
the,
out
on
of
the
his
side,
trousers,
like,
basically.
like paint me like one of your French women.
Yeah.
Or girls.
Girls is the quote.
And he was expecting
And-
her to take the flowers, but you took them.
Well, the story's not over yet. you know when the knee's up, and if you're wearing baggy boxers, let's just say I saw a ball. So I
Like
just.
in Scary Movie. Is it Scary Movie with the PE teacher?
But you're thinking like PE teachers, man. Some of them are real PE teachers, and you know that they're straight shooters, but some of them aren't.
Some of them really are.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you know that when you get the ones that you know just love it.
Just them little shorts on. Just,
Yeah.
Well, my
The
IT teacher,
lunging.
Yeah, the lot of lunges.
I didn't have one of them, but I know exactly what I'm talking about.
perished boxers. My IT teacher was pretty bad. He used to say, "Don't finger the screen, or I'll finger you," just to stop you getting like finger marks on the computer screen. Yeah. At a boys' school as well, so who's getting fingered? You know,
That's the
Boys.
least shocking part of that story as well.
That wasn't going to get a secondary gasp.
That's made me lightheaded, honestly. That's
Yeah, yeah.
awful.
Do you want to talk to someone?
Oh, there's no one to take.
To be fair, though, you wouldn't think of that screen, would you?
Yeah, you certainly wouldn't.
I'd be like that.
Big punishment, small crime.
Yeah. Anyway, if you've had a small town story, let us know in the comments because, like, we've just riffed a few there.
Yeah,
There's tons of school ones, as you said there. We all had a school one. So and so teacher does that. We actually had an affair. Our head teacher had an affair. I think with that PE teacher I just mentioned. He got around.
So was the PE teachers.
I might have got that wrong, but who cares?
Who cares?
I got a podcast and they don't. So, but that's really what it goes down to.
Very aggressive in 24, aren't you?
Yeah. Do you know what? New Year. Yeah, I'm not drinking.
That's what happens. You just get angry.
Yeah, just gotta let it out. Drink it out. Drink it away. But yeah, let us know. Let us know any small town stories because and look, we love the British ones because we're British. But if you've got any from other countries, we'd love to hear them.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's
I want
nuance.
to know how they're doing small town stories in.
I'm sure they're nuanced in Gibraltar.
Actually, I found one. Just reminded me of. Well, it's not as it's more of just a little local legend, but in Melbourne, I lived in Melbourne. So I thought I'd just see if I found one somewhere where I used to live. And there's a guy. His name is Bruce Wally. I think his last name's Wally.
You're
but anyway,
you could say we don't have the answers to this
Unless he's famous.
anyway, he's a tram driver in Melbourne.
Right.
And
Even more reason for us not to know who it is.
He goes to work every day in a bow tie and braces, and he just like provides hilarious commentary on the tram to like
Love
all the
that.
tram drivers. And like one of the quotations was given was he saw a father and his two young daughters racing to catch the tram. When they got on, he went, "That was a great sprint, guys." Just giving yourselves a little commentary, but yeah, it said he's learning like Mandarin and Japanese and Vietnamese for the local Asian community as well. So he's just he's trying to. I thought I'd bring it back and bring a nice
that
little
is
one.
nice.
Fair.
I do.
After all of the
Dark side of me always thinks of those people. You know, those people where it's too good to be true. You're thinking, is it? There must be something.
Yeah.
You're letting off the steam somehow, or do you think if you are genuinely a happy person that you can just be happy?
Well, he said he wanted to. He used to do another job before, but he said he wanted the people to feel safe and secure on his tram.
No,
and
lovely.
what better than to converse with all the passengers and make them feel like part
And Australia's
of the
got loads of different types of Asian immigrants in Australia, right? Like big Vietnamese culture.
Well, not even trying to learn the language for Asian community, just trying to like talk to your passengers, crack a little joke with them.
It's nice on the tube sometimes, but then they go too far, don't they?
Yeah.
They always take it too far.
Also, they're through a megaphone. It's like it's a lot, innit? You're never ready for that, are you, on the tube?
Trams are quite oldie worldy anyway, aren't they? So it's in keeping with the.
Yeah, that's what
Is that your impression of a megaphone?
Two-way radio.
The old two-way.
But yeah, let us know your stories. Let us know your school legends, myth, scandals. And if you are on YouTube, make sure you drop us a like. Make sure you drop us a subscribe as well.
Yes, please,
we
guys.
are slowly but surely taking over the world. So make sure you join the train.
Come on.
And if you're listening on Spotify, make sure you give us a 5-star review. It really does help us out. All small channels, they're these little things. I mean, we're getting way more views than subscribers. So if even half of them press subscribe, it would be no trouble to them, but it would make our lives a lot easier.
Just press it.
So just press it. Just press it.
Go on,
Press
touch it.
But yeah. What are you going for? That was
Sorry, sort of slunk off there.
Yeah,
I just wanted to first and foremost cheers to Dry Jan.
Yeah.
Which has gone really well.
It's been a tough week, huh? First week back at work, and you're thinking, can we really do this?
Are you going to give yourselves credit?
This is why we should have written it down.
Written what down? That we weren't going to do it?
Like in the last episode, Sam was talking about writing down his goals, and that's why he sticks to them. And we both like poo-hooed it.
Oh, right, okay.
But we failed a week later. Cheers, lads.
No more juices.
But boys, on the
I still juice. Monday to Friday, I juice.
Still juice.
On a weekend.
Monday to Friday, I juice.
I've got nothing to say on that. I found something really chewy that I wanted us to talk about. I've sent it to you, Sam. Do you mind just popping that bad boy up?
Yeah.
You guys know White Yardie is, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a small clip. I'm going to cut the clip halfway through, but if we just... Yeah, wonderful.
Listen, I'm sorry. But me have to talk about this. I'm not try to disrespect nobody country. I'm not try to disrespect anybody food or nothing like that. I'm not do that. But what me want to know, 100 best cuisine in the world. and not one little Caribbean island not on the list. Not one not the on the list. One little Trinidad not on the list. One little Barbados.
So he makes a good point, by the way,
I saw
because
that,
the
yeah.
list is broken. Like there's definitely some omissions.
Yeah,
that have been
England
made
was
there.
39.
And there's some weird
is-
stuff
and you're
on
not,
there, yeah.
and you haven't got a Caribbean island. Yeah.
He goes on to say like about some places that he knows exist, but he has no idea what the cuisine is. So how could it possibly be so high on the list? And there's obviously loads of omissions. But it made me think, okay, cool. Let me really look at that and see some of those. And some of those I really back. And I do think Italy wouldn't be my number one, but it certainly
it's
is
in the
up
hat,
there,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially I've been to Italy a couple of times like last year, so I'm like, I feel like I've got a feel for it now. But what would you put on there? What would you think is like a food that doesn't get shouted out enough?
Japanese is the best.
reckon?
Japanese
is
and
very,
Korean.
very good.
To be honest, they're interchangeable for me. I think the sushi in Japanese is better than Korean, but I think Koreans do chicken better than the Japanese.
Like a katsu, you mean?
Like,
Or just chicken
I
generally?
fried chicken.
Fried chicken. The fried chicken's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Korean fried chicken is
Mate,
so
I don't know
generally
what they do
very
with that
healthy,
batter, but it's
I've seen something about it. Like it's to do with the frying process.
yeah.
It's done twice or whatever.
But I would
something like
say, yeah, my favourite cuisine. I think Portugal. I went to Lisbon
damn.
last year, and I didn't eat one bad meal.
Yeah.
Even like the snacks. I think because let's be honest, right? What we're talking about here is high-end food, street food, on-the-go food, and then maybe some drinks as well. And that's why Japan's perfect because
it's got it all.
the most Michelin star restaurants in the world.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think Tokyo
That's
has
sick.
like more. Tokyo has like, I'm going to butcher this, but it's like 40 or something in Tokyo.
Damn.
but I would say it's more like dishes that you know, or like the
Stand
style
out.
of the food. For me, is that would make it, or like the
Yeah, but that's
Oh, in terms of a Michelin star, you mean?
no, in terms of
in
like
terms on
the
this
country
list.
on the list. For me,
Right. Okay.
Like for me, French cuisine is supposed to be all of that, but like for me, I wouldn't rate French cuisine as high as it would.
I think
generally
French
be
has
done.
influenced most of the European in terms of classic French cooking. Like you know, every good English chef has had classic French training,
training,
or
yeah, for
has
sure.
had influence from that.
Yeah.
Anything by the sea with fish,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
love fish, so that's a big one for me. That's why I like Portugal because you get fish and
Fresh,
you get
yeah.
meat as well. And Japan's the same, fish and meat. And food where you don't feel like it's processed all the time. Like you know, you could go to Japan and you
They eat clean there, and it nice
Yeah.
and yeah.
So he makes a good point there because like Caribbean food has all of that stuff ticked
Yeah.
off. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Realistically?
yeah, yeah. Like it should be. It should
Yeah, it
be on
should be.
there, isn't it?
But I
But-
think what's probably letting them down, again, this list is impossible to make.
Yeah.
But like, I think a lot of Caribbean food is very much just mama's cooking. It's street food, and maybe they're not getting the
no, like, the
recognition
high-end
because they don't
version
have
of
that
it.
high end.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
as a
actually
guess.
that's a good point.
I mean, how many good Jamaican restaurants are there in London that are great food, but how many are actually like
They're just
top
little takeaways,
restaurants?
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the best one will be like, oh, I know this one called Didi's, and
Yeah,
this
you'll
straight side
get
street.
it regularly,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
not going to be on like anyone's radar for like a sit-down
It doesn't mean
restaurant.
it's not great.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah,
true, it's very
gotcha.
true.
That's actually a very good point.
Is he Jamaican?
Yeah,
White Yardie, yeah. And he's legit Jamaican, isn't he?
He's,
That's
he's
not
born and raised there.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he was on a podcast a little while back where one geezer on there, this black guy says to him, "When did you decide that you were Jamaican?" And he's like, "Well, probably like when I was born there and went to school there and did all this other stuff." Oh, actually, I think he was born. He was either born there and came over for like 6 months and then went straight back, or he was born in the UK and like 6 months old went back to Jamaica, but his family is from Jamaica.
Yeah.
So people don't understand about Jamaican culture.
Yeah.
People don't understand that the Jamaican people are from all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's loads of Chinese people in Jamaica.
It's tons.
Yeah.
And those people
Yeah.
are just Jamaican people. Jamaican people consider them to be Jamaican people.
Yeah.
Because they are.
Yeah, well, my uncle's Jamaican, my auntie's partner, and they went over there recently. Not recently, I mean, in the last 5 years. But they said one of the funniest things is going to the Chinese or seeing a Chinese guy,
Yeah.
well, visually Chinese guy, should I say.
Right.
And they have like perfect Jamaican patois, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
It's very
that.
cool.
Yeah.
That's actually very, very cool. I
Yeah.
do like that.
There's a woman. There's a woman as well that got quite famous. She's like, she looks. I think she's German, but she's Jamaican, and
Right.
she's the same. Like she speaks exactly, but she looks like blue eyes, blonde hair.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
It does jar you a bit, but it's
Yeah.
funny.
Well, it's cool because it's just something
little
that
niche,
you're
isn't
not
it?
used to, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
all.
That's what we
I
like.
guess
very
seeing
cool.
a black
Something
guy
like-
talk with in an English accent at one point
one
was
point.
probably did it.
Well,
I
think
guess
about Chris Eubanks. He used to get so much shit for
Yeah.
being like white presenting whatever the fuck that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like,
What was
Spelled
it?
like English speaking, like
Uncle Tom, they called.
Yeah,
No, not
well,
Uncle Tom.
you'd have got that.
Was it
you
Uncle
definitely
Tom?
would
That
have
was
got
what they
that.
called Lenny
So-
Henry. They called Lenny Henry that, didn't they?
Like that's
Basically, you're
Right.
siding with
Ian
the
Wright,
white
yeah,
man.
there's loads of like disparaging comments that can be
Yeah,
made
which is
towards
just
people.
so like counterproductive. It's like, well, you argue that there isn't enough representation, and you get it, and it's like,
Yeah. Tough
I
one.
guess you can
Can't
see
do
both
right for
sides.
doing
But
wrong,
like,
huh?
But that's not the direction I wanted to take that. But
No,
anyway, yes, yeah.
But no, when you were
food-
saying that, so when you were talking about that, what I was thinking of as well was like, when you've been traveling and stuff like that, like there was a place in Vietnam where you would go and they'd just bring you like a lobster on the beach for like $3, and
Sick,
it's like
yeah.
perfectly grilled lobster,
Yeah.
and you're just like, it's not a dish of there, or it's not Michelin star, but like
Yeah.
you're like, wow, this is amazing food, or like
good ingredients, cooked
Yeah.
fresh. We've made
Cape Town has like amazing food. Obviously, they
I've
have
heard-
like
I've
the
heard Cape
influence
Town.
from Africa and like Dutch and all of that, and the food was just.
Yeah.
I think the produce.
What would be
helps,
yours?
doesn't it?
I think it might be because Japanese would definitely be up there. It might be Thai because
Yeah.
I got really into like making my own curries and bought loads of spices when I've been in Thailand.
Yep.
But I've not been to Thailand for years now. But
I love the Thai spring rolls, the like the almost see-through ones.
it's just so much good food. It's actually honestly
Yeah.
so much good food. I think Thai would be up there on the list, but I do think Japanese is just a nothing shout.
Japanese
So
just
much
has a little bit more
versatility.
craft.
Yeah.
I think that's the
The craft
difference.
is exactly the right word.
They've
Yeah.
like, I think Korean, I love Korean food, but it's a little bit more slapdash than Japanese.
Because have you done a BBQ? What an idiot.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you done a Korean barbecue?
Yeah. Me and those,
BBQ.
we go to one in on Shaftesbury Avenue. It's amazing, called Ollie Barbecue. I want to
sick.
take you guys there at one point.
Yeah, we'll
have
do
a good
that.
time.
That'd be
do it.
great.
Let's
It's really good.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time for that.
But I think with Japanese food, they eat to like 80% full, right? So you're
Yeah.
never feeling like you've overdone it with their food. Like the food is
I see what
clean.
you're
It's
saying,
like
yeah.
the portions
Yeah.
is small and bite, and like it's just like
Yeah.
with sushi, you dip in and out. Like instead of just having like a massive bowl of something where you're just
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, we just like, I mean, think about the Christmas dinners we've just had the last few
Yeah.
months.
oh man, it was good.
Gluttony.
What are we doing?
God, that was
gluttony.
It's so good, but my
a good
God,
meal like
just
that.
the plates are like,
that was
high
good.
as shit.
But yeah,
so
what in Europe? I think Italy, Spain, Portugal, got to be up there really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't love Italian food as much because I don't like. This is a bit like I love pizza, but like for me, it's just like it's almost not Italian now. And that's really harsh because they invented it, but it's like it doesn't. You,
Like
All the
Americans,
stuffed crust,
Americans
Italians
all of the-
here now, they're like, oh,
No,
but,
America
like,
really ran with the idea
yeah.
of pizza.
And I don't eat tons of pasta because it like doesn't agree with me massively. I get bloated off it. But I do like Italian food, but Portugal and Spain, and like again, when you go to Spain, you get like €10, and it will like get you
Yeah.
like stuff that would cost you like £80 here.
Loads of different bits.
This
as
is the
well.
worst country for food in terms of like what we have
But
ourselves.
it's great that we have so much.
Yeah.
like
You've
it's
got
mad.
incredible
When you
restaurants.
speak to your parents and that, and they're like, "We didn't have any Chinese food till blah blah blah." It's like, man, this is
we
like,
have everything.
Yeah, if you talk about like British cuisine, you're
Oh,
not
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about any
Well, it's
No, no,
roast
no.
dinners.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
We've
filling
adopted
as
a lot of
breakfast.
cuisine. Yeah.
beans on toast, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
Beans on toast.
But it's beans on toast. I saw a
Pie and
guy.
mash.
I saw a guy earlier trying to make the argument that the equivalent with the Americans get like spam, cook it up and then whack it on some bread, and then we do like. But he was obviously trying to make this point because he did this really nice beans on toast, loads of fucking season, loads of cheese on it, this, that, and the other. And the spam thing that he got from America just slapped it in there, slapped it on the bread. It's like, yeah, which do you prefer? It's like, well, come on, mate. We know what you do.
Make equal
Yeah,
effort.
like, come on.
Yeah.
Still right though. He's
Yeah, that's
absolutely
good.
right.
But I mean, how would you even start making that world foods list?
It's chaos.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no
Also,
way.
who made that list?
Yeah.
Actually, because
Well, there's got to be, because it was odd because there's so many emissions of like Caribbean emissions and like even African cuisines, and none of that's on there. So,
Really?
which is fine if the person probably has no understanding of that cuisine,
Yeah.
so therefore
That's what
fine
I mean.
for that
If
person's
it
list.
But what
Who
one
made it?
person has been, you'd have to
Who's
get.
got it? Yeah.
You'd have to,
Yeah.
It's impossible. But anyway,
Well, that was pretty cool. It was
no,
pretty
I
nice.
liked it. It's a good chat and like food chat. Oh,
yeah,
Made myself hungry now though. Do you know what I mean?
well, I'm gonna put some food in your belly tonight anyway, aren't I?
boy.
Yeah, we got a good little spread later.
yeah.
Oh,
Chef
that's
Sam on
Good
deck.
little spread.
Chefing it up.
We got some Swiss fondue. Yeah, legit, straight from the Alps. I know you can't have it.
Sim queso. But, how did I reach these?
I didn't know that.
keys?
I didn't know that.
What, you didn't know that I don't like cheese?
Yeah,
Oh my-
that
like-
would be why you have those ham sandwiches
And take
that
the
have
cheese
just got ham in
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's crazy still, but
Cheese,
yeah, now I
like-
get it.
And this is maybe another thing with French cuisine. Just cheese on it, like
Cheese
Why
is
do you
good,
need to put
though.
cheese on everything?
Cheese
man?
are good.
When I worked the other day, I went to work somewhere and they had a calf downstairs, and I was very excited to go and have like a meal. And you know what I mean? We don't really get a calf where I work. Sometimes.
Right.
So I was there. I went downstairs. Cheese on everything, like cheese.
I do know what
on
you mean.
every
I do know
sandwich,
what you mean, though.
On everything. And
America's
you don't
the wor-
need to put it on everything.
America's the worst for that.
They are bad for
American cheese is only good for a burger. Otherwise, American cheese can get out of here.
I remember
honestly.
when we were 21, we went to San Fran, drove down to San Diego, went to Toronto, went to New York, and then Boston and back to New York. So we did it 4 weeks. But man, by the end of it, we felt it wasn't even fat. It was more inflammation, bloat.
Yeah.
And it's the things that is in the ingredients.
And the drugs you've had on those, in those
The
meals.
size of
What
the
do you mean?
plates.
Mate, like
I was in
the
all the
antibiotics
steroids.
are in all the
I was
meats.
just going to say,
Yeah,
so
the stuff that's
don't
in
judge
all
my
that.
trip.
Well, you had a good time, didn't you?
Clean hearts, never lose.
But also,
But like by the end of it, I was just craving. Like, you go for breakfast in a hotel, and I was like, I just want some fruit.
Yeah.
And
Get
it's
some
a waffle
greens,
maker,
please.
pancakes, syrup, and
muffins for breakfast. All
And
of
then
that
we
is
went
a lot.
somewhere we went for like a normal dinery type place. I was like, "Have you got any salads?" They give me the salad. He had about a kilogram of cheese on it,
Yeah.
dressing, and I was like, I just want,
Clean,
I want that
stripped back.
Portuguese food. I want that like Spanish
that's
food.
it,
I want
that's
like
it.
light but full of flavour. And
Yeah, fair.
all right, and then we ordered. That was it. We were in Connecticut, and we went to this place that like advertised as a fish restaurant because we were like, let's just get some nice fish and ordered this mixed fish. Right, got a basket. It was all deep fried.
When you're not expecting that,
When
that's awful.
And we're like, we didn't order that. Like, yeah, it's a mixed fish. We're like, oh my god,
It comes deep fried with cheese on top.
it's relentless.
Of course it does.
I don't know how you would maintain a really healthy lifestyle in America. It must be difficult.
Yeah.
Because even
You have to do it all yourself, basically.
but cooking in New York, for example, like going and do like a grocery shop, it's all expensive.
Yeah,
like
and
head
they
of
don't-
lettuce was like 15 quid.
They don't have kitchens either.
No.
I used to know this guy who was on good money as well. Like, we're talking like $150,000 a year minimum. And he had a nice flat in Manhattan, so that's expensive. But they don't have washing machines. Their kitchen is like a kettle, a microwave, and maybe one ring if
Proper
you're
kitchenette.
lucky. Like, not even a hotel kitchenette. Like a
That's
play
mad.
set kids get.
That's really mad. What if they're having friends?
Because they all eat out.
Yeah, they do. It's just cheaper in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
And quicker and
You think,
cheaper.
how are you not fat?
Yeah.
In that?
Eating out's great, though.
It is.
out's
But
great.
you-
That's something I
it's
wanna do a
not
lot more of
conducive
this
to
year, is
being
eating out.
healthy.
Nobody should have that in their fucking New Year's resolution.
Hey, eat
I
out
want to eat more. Eat out more this year.
Yeah.
That's
Fatter and
crazy.
poorer.
Yeah. I've got too much money. Yeah, just
that's
get rid of it
why,
all.
I guess, isn't it?
I saw a pod the other day, and it was like with some. I think it was like It was like maybe it was like Harry Panera, like one of them guys, is like
Right,
on the scene. I don't know which one now. I can't remember, but there was a couple of them that were, been doing bits for a while, so they're obviously minted now. And they compared like delivery orders, and one of them had placed like 2,000 orders on Deliveroo, and you're thinking like that's like 50 grand minimum.
Have you done a comparison on that?
Yeah, I think I was like, I can't remember what it was now, but I've had delivery for a while. You can do it, but we'll do it afterwards.
1,998.
Someone mentioned to me the other day that they're starting to do like wrap ups, year end wrap ups.
Yeah, there's the Spotify Wrapped.
I don't want to see like but like a delivery version.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that.
a bank did one.
Monzo.
Like,
Monzo's doing
yeah,
it.
there you go.
I
Monzo.
chucked my phone across the room. I was like, don't show me that.
So Monzo in 2020, right? You know where we lived in 2020? We were in Stratford.
Yeah, you
in lockdown.
Yeah.
And there was a Greg's right next to us and a McDonald's. And I would go
I need no incentive to go
I'd
to
go
Greg's.
for my 2-hour walk for my day, but I'd always stop by and get a sausage roll or a steak bake.
You can't not. You can't.
You
not.
literally can't not.
There's a show on Netflix, by the way. Greg's
I know,
What's
it's
in
terrible.
It. Is it okay? Sorry.
Oh my god, the woman doing it is such a nose. Not that I thought it was going to be groundbreaking expose.
Also, what's in it? Steak, mate.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
She's like, oh, pastry. Anyway,
Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
it really annoyed me, that program did.
I can tell. Fuck.
Awful. Awfully made. Anyway, it said I'd been to Greg's 76 times in the year.
That's criminal.
Most of them were just a steak bake.
I haven't been to Greg 76 times in my life.
Yeah.
And
It was
nor
a-
shall I.
It was a wake-up call.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is that, like, I know that my housemate had paid for it a couple of times because we sometimes, I'll get this one.
Oh, of course.
So I think it was probably more like 100 times.
That is up there. Yeah.
Oh, twice a
grief.
day.
And there was
mate.
about 30 McDonald's in there as well. And I know full well that
That was a low point.
I know full well that there was more than on there because again, Tom bought some and some were on via delivery or Uber Eats. So yeah, tough year.
Yeah, good times.
It's a time in life.
Definitely made a big change this year with my Monzo spending. That I was like,
Yeah,
Good man.
it was
yeah,
much better.
Good man. I'm never watching that. I'm never looking at my year app by Spotify, sorry, or any of the other ones. to
For
be honest with
banking,
you.
yeah,
For
that
banking.
could be a terrible idea.
I wanted to move on to something that I thought was quite funny.
oh, okay, perfect.
What you left?
Now, do you men know about Neil the Seal? And not Neil McBeal, the Navy SEAL,
right.
because I know what you're thinking.
Sorry, I was what?
I love that we're just like
Neil McBeal, the Navy
Neil
SEAL.
McBeal, the Navy SEAL from BoJack Horseman,
Yeah,
which is
BoJack, yeah.
incredibly funny in
That's
itself.
mine. That's me
Is
and
he
my brother
friends
have
with
got.
Gimpy Gary?
Me and my brother's group chat's called Neil McBeal, the Navy SEAL.
So you and your brother's group chat?
No,
you mean
no,
just you and your brother?
Just you.
There's other people in it.
Oh god! Right. So,
No, I don't know who Neil the Seal is.
So Neil the Seal is a big old seal that's knocking around in Tasmania
Knocking
now.
around.
He's just knocking about. He's in this town. They'll say that he's causing havoc or whatever, but he's just milling about, getting in the way, just doing stuff.
I did
If you
see this. I just didn't know it was Neil the Seal
Right,
though.
I've sent you. I sent you a clip. Just you guys, please feel free to check him out of your own accord because he's got his own TikTok channel, which I think is amazing.
They
He's out
made an
there-
own TikTok for
he's
Neil the
doing
Seal.
bits.
Just look at that.
Oh my god, he's looking on his
thumbnail.
hind legs and everything.
Oh, of course. Of
Is there a
course,
video in
TikTok.
particular?
Do you know what? I just thought that one that I'd specifically put
Let's
was
see if it does
quite
anything.
funny, but we'll see what that actually does because it might just.
You've
have
linked
something
it to the.
Yeah, of course. So there
So
was
what
just.
should we go on the one that's got the most views?
Yeah,
4.9 million.
Oh, I think you just vibing.
Wow.
See you, my big boy. I will be back. Yes,
it's
we
wild.
will be back.
Yeah, he just comes out of the water every day. Just
Oh, yeah.
comes out.
Tasmania's a place, isn't it? I bet.
Cool, like very cool.
I bet. Is his breath creating smoke? Because it looked like he was smoking from this distance.
So he just knocks about.
Just knocks about. He's chilling there. It's quite fun. I think that's quite like that's quite.
It's almost one of our small town myths, isn't it?
It is, but
Yeah.
he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the funnier thing is what this made me think of, and there's another stupid thing I've sent you, and it's not a video, it's just like a little graphic that I want you both to just look at. Don't worry about getting into the details of it. But it's nothing funnier to me than this. The idea that grown men out in the world, real people, think that they can fight wild animals. Because I thought to myself, some people-
You're one of these that.
I knew it was coming.
We went straight in, top of the list.
Because I thought to myself, someone's going to be like, "Oh, I can
Australians
move,
would definitely be top
I can
of the list.
move Neil. I can move Neil back into the thing. No, you
Yeah.
can't. If Neil doesn't
You're
want to
not
go back in there,
moving
you
Neil.
ain't
No
moving
way.
Neil.
No
Nah,
way.
he goes when he
He's
goes.
doing what he wants, motherfucker.
Also, when you
Yeah.
see them big bodies and animals, don't be mistaken they're fat. That's all muscle.
All they do is move about every day. That's all they do is get
Yeah.
to places.
They're not
like,
watching TV,
They're
are
not
they?
sitting around. No.
And they're not eating bowls of pasta either. They're eating.
So I've got a Britain's list there, but
So
there's also an
for
American
audio
one.
viewers, this is says 45% of Britons think they could beat
They've
a
basically
goose
done
in
a
a
point
fight.
list where they've asked 100 Britons what they could beat in a fight. is
Yeah.
it?
I
Top
love
of
that
it-
you talked over the audio description halfway through.
Here, we'll do that.
So they don't know anything anymore.
So just so you get it again, shut up now. 45% of Britons think they could beat a goose in a fight. So 67 for rat. This is percentages. 66 house cat. That's a horrible fight. Who's punching a rat? 45 goose. 38 medium-sized dog. 18 think they could beat an eagle. 10 could beat a chimpanzee.
Are you not one? No, there's no one's doing
Remember
that.
that
They would
chimpanzee
claw
that
your
ripped that woman's face off?
Yeah.
She was the first woman to have a face transplant, I think.
Yes, because it literally just went.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Stole a man's face. King Cobra. Are we assuming
You could probably
without
do a
weapons
King Cobra.
here?
Yeah, without weapons.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
like hand to
this
hand.
is always
Give,
without weapons.
give me an iron bar, I'll do half of
Give me an
these.
entire iron. and I'll-
Kangaroo.
I reckon you could do a kangaroo. I saw an old man fight a
Have you
kangaroo
seen
the
some
other
of the
day.
hench ones?
Yeah, oh,
the one that had his dog.
Brolic.
I've
the
seen
one
that
that-
one.
that's the
And in the
famous
water
one.
and he goes and gets it.
Yeah.
I've seen that one. I saw an old man.
Sorry,
do it.
3% think they can fight a crocodile.
Who is that man?
2 think they can fight a grizzly bear. You can fight one.
You die.
Two could beat an elephant. Where would you start about trying to beat an elephant?
I know.
Like
Low kicks.
I don't think it would kill you as quickly as a bear or a lion or a gorilla.
It would.
No, but
You ever seen him on a rampage?
Yes, but what my point is, trying to get their HP down would be a slog, wouldn't it? Like I know I could.
And you have to exactly where are you going at?
Yeah,
and you'd have to
where
go
do
at the
you
same
start?
spot a lot to get the HP.
Like
down.
a lion, for example, right? I'm not saying I could beat a lion, but if the lion wasn't able to move for 10 minutes, I could do some damage. I'd kick it in the nuts. I'd poke its eyes out.
That's the same anything.
No, but an elephant, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, if they
I
get you
can't
10 minutes with just your bare hands on an elephant,
You
you're
ain't-
not doing any damage.
Yeah, you're not
You
doing
hurt
it.
his eyes. If
You
can
can't even reach
yeah,
them.
yeah, jumping up there. In
Yeah.
Asian
I might-
elephant, you could be all right. but-
Show some combos in the trunk. But I ain't go near his legs.
No.
I'll come out with less HP than that elephant with that 10 minutes. Gorilla. Who can fight a gorilla?
Who's ever thinking they
They're
can fight a
antenatal
gorilla?
fun though, aren't they?
Well, I don't know. Who are these men? So that one highlights...
I could beat a goose. No
Oh,
problem.
I'm beating a goose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fun, though.
At what point does it become ridiculous? Right? At what point down that list does it become ridiculous? Because I'm saying large dog,
Yeah,
you
you
can
could.
have a bad time, but
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
probably
you-
come away
yeah.
from that. Chimpanzee is an absolute no.
But like, even a large dog, man, you get like a pit bull that wants to
like a
get you.
Tibetan Mastiff is like, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's just going to eat you whole.
I mean, their bite power is ridiculous.
Forget about it.
You got to be
That's a
lucky.
Bernard.
You got to be
That's a
lucky
big dog.
that if you get its back and could choke it,
You'd have to get some luck in there.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be
basically
it's
get
gotta
away
be-
from its head. Same as a crocodile, like you see, like Steve Irwin. You can, if you know what you're doing, you tie their mouth up. But again, I'm not going to do any damage to it.
No.
because
And also you don't have any tools.
It's made of rock.
It's like fighting graveler.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's got a soft underbelly.
Fucking Geodude's big dad. Graveler. Oh, it really impressed that.
Yeah. If you're watching at home, what animal could you beat up in
tell
a
us,
fight?
Tell us on the
Kangaroo,
list
you know-
where you think you are. Where are you
Some of them
between
kangaroo.
medium-sized dog and goose?
And also, the caveat here is the animal wants to fuck you up.
Yes.
It's not because
It's indifferent. It
because
wants
this
to
is
get you.
half the battle sometimes.
And who's-
some of the kangaroos, you
whose
see them
element are we in?
flex, and then they go back. You're in a field every time. There's
Okay.
no. You're in a. You're
Just a
ash,
field,
You're in a
low-cut
field
grass.
and it wants you.
and it wants
Okay.
you.
It wants you
Okay.
specifically. You're not
Where all
reasoning
Pokemon
with
battles
it.
happen.
Yeah.
Field, low-cut grass.
Yeah, because you're not finding anything in the water that's
Oh,
used to the water.
forget that.
No.
Yeah.
A dolphin? No. No.
They play with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dolphins don't want to fight though, do they?
If they wanted to, they'd
wanna
beat you
Have you
to
seen how
death
they
so
what they do
easily.
with orcas sometimes? Killer whales. Dolphins will like tease them before they kill them,
Oh, they've with orcas.
and seals as well.
Orcas are the ones that do the with you, don't they?
Yeah, but if they get split up, dolphins will play them up.
Play 'em up. Anyway, I thought it was very, very funny that anybody can think that they could fight some of these animals on
Yeah,
this list.
I saw a clip, I saw a headline earlier that was like, Russian man who adopted a bear was eaten by the same bear.
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you play with feathers, you get your ass tickled. There it is. I actually think I might have that on here. Yeah.
You play with feathers, you get your ass tickled.
Oh, it's there.
Wonderful.
Jesus
As if by
Christ,
magic.
no
I
way.
haven't used that yet.
That's actually the
great.
perfect opportunity.
That's great that you've got that there. Brilliant.
That's good. I
Okay.
enjoyed that. That's fun.
Yeah, I
I
like
mean,
that.
it just shows you the total how stupid men are.
Oh,
Because
just
women are
delusion.
answering this way more sensibly.
Yes.
They're being honest. They know their limitations, women do.
But women are going to be more delusional in other aspects of life.
Yes.
Whereas men could be the most practical man in the world.
Such as?
Who's like got such a really, leave it. It could be a really straight-laced bloke that has a very normal job that requires him to use his brain and be very, very functional and rational about everything he does. But that man will somehow think he could punch off a fucking grizzly bear. That guy's insane.
Yeah, because you watched the Revenant once.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah,
he
he
didn't
survived.
die.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
you're
he didn't
dead.
come out very good after that.
No,
did
he
at all.
didn't. It's a 20-minute ass kicking.
Ragdoll.
Just getting his
Absolutely ragdoll.
Would you want a 20-minute ass kicking off a bear, or just
Well,
rip me in half?
What's that
in
thing
one
that's
go?
quite commonly known about bears is they'll just eat you from where they get you. They're not doing like a big cat does where they'll come to your neck and they'll snap you and then they'll take you and eat you later. A bear's going to get you, hold you down and start eating you from the leg up if it wants to.
I think
You're
I
having a
I
bad
saw
time.
a video of a bear eating a moose, I think,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Alaska or something. And it was just like going at its midriff, and
Yeah.
the moose was still just like trying
Yeah.
to trying to move.
Bear doesn't care
Put
if you're
me out.
screaming and clawing. He doesn't care. He's like,
Put me out my bloody misery. Oh, I couldn't think of anything worse.
Getting disemboweled.
I'd be punching myself.
Yeah.
But is it
Yeah,
that? What film is it where he shoots the moose and he keeps shooting it? It's Me, Myself and Irene, isn't it?
It's a cow, and at the end of the film, the cow's still alive.
Yeah, you can't kill it. Yeah.
Shot it in the head like
empties the whole
20 times.
Anyway, if you are watching from WWF or NSPCA, then we are joking.
Yes, we don't condone any of this.
We're not saying go out there and try and kill the animals.
That said,
Because what we're saying is try. You won't win.
Yeah.
just make sure you get it on film, please.
Yeah. It's like
Or make someone else is filming it.
I think I asked someone recently,
On
would
mute.
you rather fight a human-sized ant
No,
or what was it? It was like a human-sized ant or like a million ants.
That weighed as human?
Yeah, something like that. And it was like, can you imagine trying to fight? I can't remember. I've probably butchered it.
A human-sized
But the
ant
reason I
has
said
got-
it was because I thought about trying to fight human-sized ants.
Nope.
Because they are strong.
How
Absolutely
quick
not.
are they going to move as well?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
faster than us.
They are at our scale. I'm guessing off the coast of South Africa.
You lose that fight every time.
At our scale, they'd be impenetrable. They'd rip you in. They would just.
you'd be torn asunder. It just there's nothing.
asunder.
They'd go for you like a marshmallow, wouldn't they?
You'd have no chance.
Because we are made for fight.
If it was moving quickly and didn't
Which
see
it
you
would be,
there,
if it was a
even if
human
it didn't know
size.
you were there, and it was moving quickly towards you or to past you, it would tear you in
We're
half.
just
by accident.
sacks of flesh compared to half of these animals.
Just pulp.
You know,
Yeah.
they're built to withstand
Absolutely not.
attack. You know what I mean? We're not built to withstand attack. Are
We're
we?
built to eat confectionery, though, aren't we?
Birthday pie, pints of cream,
Well done, chocolate.
bonbons.
Oh, sponge cake, my favourite.
I already know what he's got on his mind.
We are definitely,
Come on, Dean.
We're definitely built to eat confectionery.
Come on, Dean. Chuck him on. Right, confectionery corner. Here we go.
Yeah, confectionery corner boys. So,
Have the audience seen what this is, by the way?
no. Did the audience ever see?
I'd wondered that. I mean, I never
Because
see
I want
that
them to
segment.
guess it as well.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Not, I
Not
don't
what
want
the facts.
You guys are fucking insane.
The
Yeah.
really good facts that I give.
I want them to guess from our smell notes that we never get right.
Well, okay, anyway. So, fact number one is for at least 1,000 years, pastry chefs of the south of Spain have been making these.
Ooh, that sounds like it could be good.
And it comes from the Latin nux, meaning nut.
Okay.
Okay, so you can smell now or touch now. I've given you two varieties, so it might play with your... Well, you're touching as well if you want.
Oh, you just literally told me to.
No,
You smell first, isn't it?
You literally just told me.
do this
to
every
touch-
week.
Yeah, you just told me to touch it.
no.
Okay. What's fact two then?
Fact two,
I've tried this before.
recipes were found in a book that dates back to 10th century Baghdad.
Oh, okay.
For these. So these are old shit, you know what I mean? These people
Yeah,
are making
yeah.
these for
Hopefully-
time.
Baklava.
Not baklava.
Smells good.
Fact number three.
I think of Spanish pastries.
Oh, was he sorry.
It's Spanish, but it's come from obviously like the Arabic influence on the in Spain.
These are made with three ingredients: honey, nuts, and egg whites.
It's the honey nut and egg white show.
But they feel like two very different things. Okay, let me try
Yeah, I've
one.
given you two different types, but just get right in. Go for it. Go for it.
It's like shortbread. Oh god, that's sweet.
That's very nice.
That's too sweet for me. It's like shortbread though.
Ow. So one of these is a fucking...
Oh, good God.
One of these is a tom bar.
Yeah, they're very different.
One of those could dry any riverbed. it's that it would suck all the moisture out of anything. This wouldn't it?
Tastes like cereal. The second one. What's the What is it then, Dave?
Well, it's
you ever wanna-
nougat, apparently, but that's not like any nougat I've had before.
Oh, okay. This is like the proper. Okay.
So this is like maybe nougat's original.
Yeah, original form.
Yeah.
Well, that's... Oh, interesting. Okay.
Giving us two little options. Nougat for you. Taking
This was,
taking it to Spain and
So I
Baghdad.
found these on my recent trip to Spain.
Yeah, I've seen them before. like that kind of look.
This company was founded in 1775.
Wow. That second one sounded,
Elaboratio Tradicional.
that second one was tasted like it was made in 1775.
Not like a fine wine then, no.
No, it weren't bad. It's just too sweet. But then I
didn't try
think
that
I am
one.
quite fussy with these. You like the sweet stuff
I
you
really
like
enjoy it.
the,
Oh,
you
that's
like, you like
supposed
the
to be.
Asian.
To look at
desserts.
it, you'd think it's nougat, but there's not enough new
No,
or
no,
gar,
no.
is there?
Here at Chew the Fat, we give you insight that you just don't get anywhere else.
Well, new is actually the Latin word meaning nut. As
Okay.
I told you.
And
You
gar?
said nux.
Oh yeah, I did.
What is this game?
God, we can't get the staff.
No, but you know when there's like an X that could be said either.
I do-
either
yeah,
way,
I
I've
know
just
exactly
said
what you
it.
mean, okay.
I gave you both the the old English and the Latin.
What? Make your mind up. There we go. Take it to Spain.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mine. No, God.
I'm alright. I don't want that one that could dry a riverbed though.
14 episodes down, though. Here we go. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was really good.
Yeah,
we
it's
got
good
world
fun, boys.
foods, small town myths.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, make
As
sure
per.
you let us know what you think of the episode. Make sure you drop us a like
Comment,
and all
man.
of that
Please
jazz.
comment, like, subscribe.
And yeah,
everything.
we will see you next week.